Yo, what up, squad? All right, so today, man, I kind of had this thought that I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to get y'all opinion in on this, all right? Do you guys feel like the PlayStation Portal here can replace the PS5 in 2025? Let's discuss.
All right, y'all, so the sponsor of this portion of the video is by OneOdio. Now, I got two products here that I want to introduce you guys today. The first one is the OneOdio Focus A5 Hybrid with hybrid ANC headphones at a negative 45 dB. Now, they come in multiple colors that you guys can see here. That includes an AI-based adaptive noise cancellation feature. Now, it also uses LDAC audio technology, which is a high-end audio coding tech that allows for high-end audio resolution over Bluetooth. Now, the battery life here is also rocking an insane 75 hours, which means crazy all-day battery life and then some, all right? Now, with 5 minutes of fast charging, it's gonna give you guys 5 hours of playback time. It also has a transparency mode, which would allow you guys to be able to hear the outside world while also listening to some of your favorite music. Last but not least, man, for my gamers out there, it also has a low latency gaming mode, which is gonna give you guys precision sound quality whenever you guys are playing one of your favorite games. Now, the next one that I gotta show you, man, these right here, these are the big dogs of the Studio Max 1DJ headphones that support LDAC high definition audio decoding for premium sound quality. Now, when it comes to the drivers, man, it's rocking a 50mm large composite diaphragm drivers that includes a dual mic ENC call noise reduction feature that's going to allow for clear call audio quality. Now, battery life here has a insane 120 hours of ultra long all day battery life, which is just insane, y'all. Now, it also has dual high-res audio certifications with 4 modes of connectivity with using this dongle that you guys can see right here that allows for wireless connectivity to multiple devices, just like you're seeing right here to the DJ booth. Now, it also has a normal 3.5mm headphone jack for wire monitoring, or you can use the DJ wire connection with a 6.3mm cable. And last but not least, man, it also includes portable Bluetooth connectivity as well. Now, if you guys are interested in either one of these headphones, I'll include a link for you guys down in the description section below for you guys to check out. Thanks again for OneOdio for sponsoring this portion of the video.
All right, so let me go ahead and start at the beginning of this video here before we get too deep into this conversation, all right? And that is the PlayStation Portal here. If you guys have been living under a rock and you don't know even what this is basically Sony's popular handheld accessory that is aimed at giving us the PS5 experience without actually needing to sit right in front of your TV or console or even your gaming monitor, right? The question that I had is handheld gaming like the next big thing, or is this something that you guys feel is going to eventually kind of fade off into the background, all right? Now, the PlayStation Portal is a portable screen that you guys can see right here that has these attached controllers to them, which are DualSense-like controllers that is designed for you guys to be able to stream a lot of your games from your PS5 over Wi-Fi, or now with the latest update with the PlayStation Portal is you can now use your Portal with the PlayStation Plus Cloud Gaming without the need of a PS5 console. So now that you guys pretty much know that, let's go ahead and get into the burning question of, can this bad boy right here really replace your PS5 Slim, your PS5 Pro, or even your OG PS5 console in 2025. Let me go ahead and introduce you all to JisuLife. Now, they are the #1 world's most portable fan brand. Now, the first product I want to show you all is the Handheld Fan Pro 1S. It has customizable wind speed betwbetween 1 to 100% levels. It includes a 3-phase brushless motor where the fan's maximum wind speed is 3 times faster than standard personal fans. It is equipped with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which can give you up to 15 hours on a single charge. And last, it is equipped with an LED display that can show both the current wind speed and remaining battery power. Now, next up is the Handheld Fan Ultra 1, which uses a 75,000 RPM high-speed motor and metal blades that has infinity rollers to adjust wind speed from 1 to 100%. It comes with a round and square nozzle that can be used as a dust collector, inflator, keyboard cleaner, or lens cleaner. It comes with a 9,000 milliamp hour battery, giving you a 2 to 6 hour cooling time. Now, it also includes an LED display that can show both the current wind speed and remaining battery power, and also has a built-in emergency illumination for those outdoor lovers. Now, next up is the Handheld Fan Life 9. It has a fast cooling effect that uses a 9-blade design. Battery life being equipped with 5,000 milliamp hour battery capacity can provide you guys up to 22 hours of battery life. Now, with this ultra compact design, it's going to allow you guys to easily put this into your backpack or pocket, making it perfect for travel, camping, or other outdoor activities. Now, next up I have to show you is the Table Fan Pro 3, featuring advanced bladeless boosting and air multiplier
Wi-Fi technology to enhance airflow. Now the LED display here gives you guys wind speed levels along with isolation angle settings, which can go automatically left to right with 3 settings of 45, 90, and 120 degree rotation, remaining battery power and timer durations as well. And if you guys turn it around here on the back, you can see it has an H11 grade air filter to help purify the room to filter out airborne pollutants. And last, you can also manually adjust it up and down for that added flexibility. And last but not least, we have the Outdoor Fan Ultra 1. Its powerful airflow comes with 10 adjustable speeds, which is perfect for outdoor activities. It also comes with an ambient light here to create a cozy environment that can be focus beam as well with 3 brightness levels or an emergency built-in SOS mode. Its super portable and stable design allows for it to fold down that can adjust for optimal fan and light angles. And it also has a stable tripod base that stays upright and functional wherever it is placed. It's also super versatile with its hook on the bottom to be able to hang it inside of a tent. It also has a 20-watt fast charging USB-C and USB-A port to power your devices. Now, if you guys want to check out more, I have a link for you guys down in the description section below. Thanks again to JisuLife for sponsoring this portion of the video.
All right, so I feel like in order for everyone to pretty much understand if a PS5 Pro or a PS5 Slim owner can really make the full switch, we need to pretty much go over the pros of the PlayStation Portal here. Now, one of the things that I think the Portal here in itself does very well with, after some updates and all of that, and that is connectivity, is I feel like it's top tier on it and it is on point, man. Whereas if you're somebody who's like me and you like to game in different rooms within your home, or let's just say you like kicking it out on the patio or whatever it might be in your backyard, I just feel like with the PlayStation Portal now, with all of the updates that they've done, you can easily do that, man, without skipping a beat. That is if you got decent internet, or at least you got your PS5 console hardwired in, all right? Or let's just say you still want to be on your PS5 console, but your significant other or your kids maybe want to watch something on the TV, then you can actually just pull out your Portal and you can get it cracking just like that. And the people who, you know, want to watch TV, they can still watch TV, and I feel like everybody wins. Now, the other thing that is a W, in my opinion, when it comes to the Portal here is this 8-inch display, man. The fact that we got a large display on here is a W. Now, although it is 1080p at 60 hertz refresh rate, but I still feel like it looks crisp because of that small screen size that makes the image in itself look sharper. And when it comes to the actual gameplay, man, overall, it's just a smooth system, all right? But here's where the Portal, I personally feel like, has limitations. Let's go ahead and just talk about, do I feel like it can replace the PS5 in 2025? Now, to me, I would say no. As good as it is gaming on this handheld device here, I still think in 2025, there's still some things that I feel like a console in itself is just better at that the PlayStation Portal, I feel, is limited to. For example, let's say when it comes to networking, right? If you are on a slower Wi-Fi networking signal, you're pretty much chalk when it comes to the Portal here, because you have no way of making the signal better to get a better gaming experience. Like, for example, you can't hardwire in your PlayStation Portal. So you're pretty much stuck with the connection that you got, or you're going to have to move closer to that router, which is going to give you a stronger signal. But again, I feel like that would defeat the whole purpose of having a Portal, because to me, now you're limiting your whole mobility. Like, imagine dropping connection in the middle of a big boss fight, right? Now, y'all remember Tony the Tiger on Wukong, right? Imagine you are about to beat him. You got that one last hit left, and then you end up dropping connection. Boy, I'm telling you, man, I would have been so tight, all right? Now, the next thing is storing your game. So when you guys are on a PlayStation Portal, you don't have that option, or really you don't even have the need to be able to store games on here, because it is mainly going to be for streaming your gameplay directly from your PS5 console or from your PS Plus cloud gaming library. Now, to some people, this is cool, but to some, this is where I feel like they would like to see this get to the point where it can actually run on its own. But this would honestly never happen on this device right here, because it was built and only really built for streaming gameplay, whether it's the cloud or whether it's from your console, and never for being able to store games or being able to play games offline. And this is where I feel like the Portal limitations lie, because on the PS5 console, you're pretty much able to put in an internal M.2 SSD drive to be able to expand your storage on top of the internal storage to be able to store a lot of those games that you guys want to play offline if you want. And also, man, let's have a real truth moment here. As much as I love, and y'all know me, man, I love my PlayStation Portal here to the max. Y'all know I do. But at the same time, it doesn't give you that same feeling or experience if you guys are sitting down, let's say, in your favorite, lazy boy chair or whatever you got, and you playing your PS5 on the big screen TV like I got here behind me, or even your favorite gaming monitor, which I'll link both of those down in the description section below if you guys want to check that out. Also, one of the major disadvantages to the handheld Portal here is the lack of serious graphical horsepower like you guys get on your PS5 console. Because think about it, on the console, man, you're getting 4K gaming, although it's upscale. You're getting ray tracing, you're getting fast and loading times, and to be fair, man, being a graphical snob like I am, everything just looks and just feels next level, in my opinion, when you guys are gaming on the whole console in itself. But don't get me wrong, man, the Portal here in itself, I still think is a solid way to get a taste of the game that you guys might be interested in playing, but I still feel like it's not going to give you that full experience of just raw, sheer power of something like you're going to get on the OG PS5, the PS5 Slim, or the PS5 Pro. It's like driving a Ferrari, but you can only use the rear view mirror. Hope y'all can understand that reference. So the $1 million question is this that I'm gonna pose to you guys, and I really wanna get you guys' honest thoughts and feedback. Like, don't hold back, man. Like, y'all know me, man. We can keep it all the way funky down in the comments, all right? And we're gonna talk about this also on the next live stream too, right? Which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time right here on the channel, all right? But let's ask the question, right? Do you guys think you could replace your PS5 console with only gaming on the PlayStation Portal? Now, to me, I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all, man. I don't personally think that I could do it, but I do want to kind of do a challenge where I only game on my PlayStation Portal here for 1 week straight, just to kind of see if I can do it. And let me know, man. Let me know down in the comment section below. Is this something that you guys would like me to make a video on, or even just kind of try and just kind of document that journey? Let me know, man, what you guys think. But don't get me wrong, man. I love my PlayStation Portal here, and I think it is a great addition to the PS5 console, but I don't really think that it can actually replace the need of a full blown out PS5 console, especially if you guys are someone that's like me who just loves to experience high-end AAA titles in all of its glory. Like, to me, I need to see all of the high-end graphic performance and sauce that the game offers that just my PlayStation Portal just won't give me. It just won't be that same immersive experience. But if you guys can do it, then I say, hey, listen, man, more power to you, all right? But nah, not me, man, not happening, all right? I still prefer to actually use this more so as an added tool to me to be able to game whenever I want, and not necessarily being tied down to a specific area, or even if I'm like traveling or something like that. So, in conclusion, right, if you guys are looking to get rid of your PS5 and just use the Portal in itself, I say, listen, man, don't jump to conclusions. Hold off on that thought, man, until they release something that is more of a standalone joint that is being rumored that I'm hearing about in these gaming streets. Now, again, man, I just want to say thanks to the sponsors in today's video. Appreciate you guys watching. Happy gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one, squad. We out.